Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge 258, here to talk to you about the 5 things that we have learned from Chelsea versus Borussia Dortmund. Here we go. So let's start with number 1, and that is Raheem Sterling. I think for me, if we are looking at Raheem Sterling in this game in particular, that brother was getting locked up by that left back for Borussia Dortmund and Benson Baini, who's the Algerian fullback from Borussia Mönchengladbach previously. He was getting locked up by him. That guy was had him on lock. Sterling could not draw past him. Was kept on trying to do these little, trying to do the Anthony, you know what I mean, fidget spinning thing to try to get past him. Was not working. You had that one good. One thing I'll give Sterling, had that one good chance to Jackson, who then, but because of how bad the pitch was, to be honest, wasn't able to control it. Who passed to Chukwuemeka, who just who hit the defender. So it is what it is there. But honestly, when it comes to Raheem Sterling, that brother, man, I have to say it, man. From it's looking like in pre-season, you know what I'm saying? He's looking cooked, big man. It might be time to move on and get someone else in because he's looking. I can't lie to you. There's no other way to put it, as I said previously. He's looking finito, man. He's looking finito. Like, he can't get past his man. He's not even looking up for his pass. There was a time where he could have. There was a time when he shot in the first half when he could have clearly just passed it to our boy Nicholas Jackson for a tap-in. Didn't do that too. You know, you look at the situationship. You know, I'm not understanding what's going on here. This is a guy that's been in the Premier League for a long time. He's played for Man City. He's played for Liverpool previously. He's won the Premier League. He's won all of this stuff. Surely the IQ is there to know X pass there. Don't to shoot that. If I can't shoot it in there, X pass it. Simple pass inside the ball, inside the goal, done. Didn't even think about it like that, man. I don't understand what was going on through his mind there. Honestly, just cooked. It felt like it was just cooked, in my opinion. And then we move on from there. And then like there's these times here where he will do a good defensive job, like getting the ball back, and then bang, who's for some odd reason, by the time he gets the ball back, he will do something stupid like that. Almost like what some of the stuff that Gallagher used to do in the previous pre-seasons games, where he will get the ball back and then he will just he will lose the ball straight away. So it's just like, come on, man. Sterling's meant to be the older statesman again. You know, I think people are not realizing this, that Sterling's the oldest attacker. Essentially, he's meant to be the guy that's been leading by example. Needs to show that needs to show that he can create a goal, assist. He can lead that line essentially. You know what I'm saying? People will not like me saying that, but that's the reality. He's the older statesman. He needs to be doing this. But the fact of the matter is, he's not even leading by example. He's been very poor. The other young guys are the ones that are showing more heart, more desire, more ability to on the ball than he is right now. And again, that is not a good thing. When your older guy is not doing that, man, you could be cooked, man. You could genuinely actually be cooked. But hey ho, man, we move bombastically, man. We move on bombastically. And number 2, we will talk about Kepa Arrizabalaga. So I'll be real, man. Kepa, man, it's not it, man. You know, he's not it, man. That goal, for example, obviously came from a long shot deflection. But again, you see me, long shot deflection is the key word. You know what I'm saying? Long shot, he hit deflected, then went to Wolf, who was the guy that scored for Borussia Dortmund, and then all he had to do was tap in, and he just was not fast enough. He wasn't fast enough. Wasn't able to just make himself big enough to do so. And obviously, if you've seen this video, obviously the news just came in that Robert Sanchez has been confirmed this bar in a medical for £25 million, and you're looking like, bro, you gotta hope, man, that Robert Sanchez is good enough because, bro, the way Kepa's been playing, he's not been it, bro. Again, lack of reflexes, he's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Awareness is just not there, fam. For me, with him, it comes down to lack of awareness, lack of for some reason ability to have a good enough reflexes. Not enough proactivity. He's not being proactive. He's been a lot more reactive, in my opinion, when he's in goal. And we don't need that anymore, man. We need someone that's gonna be a bit more reactive, a bit more proactive in goal. He's gonna be able to do what we need to do to win the game. And Kepa is not that one for me, in my opinion. So, listen, we need to move on from Kepa. And that's pretty much it. And the final person I'm going to be talking about in terms of the negative category, which is number 3, is on Cucurella. That guy, again, man, I don't know, man. Defensively, that guy is just cooked. You know what? I'm going to group him and Chilwell in this as well, bro. Because every time, bro, yeah, like, for example, Cucurella, bro, the chance which led to the corner, which led to the goal, was caused by Cucurella. I don't know what he was trying to do there. He obviously got the ball, and then for some reason, the ball just decided to ricochet all the way into the striker for Borussia Dortmund. And then luckily, Gusto was there to, block it for a corner. But honestly, man, this guy, he's not good enough, man. He's not good enough. We need to move on from him as soon as possible. He's not good defensively. Attacking wise, he's not been great either. And he seems to be carrying on from his bad sense of form from last season. Which we could have actually given some sort of preferences to this, because we're like, obviously there wasn't like a good amount of people behind him. He was obviously playing under Lampard, under Potter. Where they weren't great tacticians, they weren't getting the best out of him as well. So we could have given levity there, but now there's no levity for you, big man. Now it's for you it's time for you to show up, or shut up. And he's not even showing up at all, and he's just looking weak. And then Chilwell, similarly, I think Chilwell had a pretty decent game. Don't get me wrong, but again, defensively, all it took was one long ball into the winger for when he bombed up, and then bang. Although he was able to somewhat get there just before the cross came in with his pace. Still, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just, again, you know what I'm saying? That thing of like, because he bombs up so forward, you almost got like a situation like with Trent, where he's just leaving this huge gap of space, which your defender has to come in and do. Similar to what in the Premier League winning season they had to do, with how Matip had to do that for Trent, and like now Konate sometimes has to do when he's next to Trent, when Trent bombs up forward, essentially. So that space, I'm saying, it's going to be causing problem for Levi Cole, who's the one that's going to be starting there. So Chilwell, maybe we need to make his game a bit more conservative, if you know what I mean. A bit more conservative, less bombing up, only bomb up when you're sure there's going to be enough cover for you at the back to do so. Maybe that's what we need to think about and tinker around with, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all of the negative guys out of the way, which is the three things. Then let's go to the two things though, which are very good. Number one is on my boy Mykhailo Mudryk. Mykhailo Mudryk, brother, in this game looks really good. Again, I think for me, Mykhailo Mudryk is only shining in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If he don't, whenever he's been given the ball, I saw a bit more of the demand the ball more. I think Potter's done a great job now of like helping him understand how to use his pace now a bit more as a weapon to help beat his man. We've seen that multiple times in the BVB game, where he would use his pace as a bit more weaponized. You know what I'm saying? Slow a bit, the little slow starting, which would be able to get past his man because of the fact he's got blistering pace. His dribbling's improved. Obviously he's looking now to shoot more, which is something we weren't seeing that much of him last season from what we saw from him. So he's looking good, bro. It's looking good, bro. Indeed, I think from a Mykhailo Mudryk perspective, and I'm interested to see some more from him. You know what I'm saying? That shooting style, more shooting from him, more dribbling, more attacking, using that pace a bit more. To get him behind and beat your man. That's what I want to see from Mykhailo Mudryk. And if he continues to do so, the only way is up. Particularly the fact that as a team before Sterling's not looking good, you can really grab that position by the scruff of your neck. You know what I'm saying? Grab that position by the scruff of your neck, and that could be your position. Simple as that, really. And then let's move on to my next one and my final one of the five, and that is on my boy Nicholas Jackson. Another great performance by him. Honestly, great performance. I was really happy. He really played that good striking position well. Obviously, there was that chance where he was 1v1 and goal. Obviously, that wasn't really, I would say, not his fault in my opinion, because of the fact that the ball literally went bang and then went like bang and then literally reversed like this. Then I've never seen that in my life. A ball ricocheting like that. Usually the ball, when I've hit on a normal regular pitch, bang, then bang again. It ricocheted back to him. I've never seen that before, bro. Like, I don't know, that pitch was Soldiers Field. Nah, that is definitely looking like Chirac, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, can't lie to you, broski. That's how bad it's looking right there. So, listen, man, getting back to Nicholas Jackson, great performance by him. I was really happy about the way he was playing. Very good, man, interlinking play. He's, something about him, even though he looks a bit like wiry, not that strong, he's got a lot of strength there, man. And that's something, we need to see. Obviously we've had Kai Havertz up front, who just was not strong, man. Did not have that strength. He was facing that centre back from he was facing Schuler, a guy that's very big, very strong physically, and he was able to try to take him on and be a bit more physical with him, which I really liked about Jackson. Again, his close control, man, is second to none, bro. Close control, second to none, bro. I don't want to use the player that I would like to compare him with in terms of close control, but his close control, bro, is quality, man. His shooting is pretty good, pretty decent. Obviously, he had that 2 chances, obviously, that he wasn't able to complete. But listen, man, I'm confident in having him as our main striker. And if Vlahovic comes, Vlahovic can compete. If Vlahovic is good enough, he'll be able to take off Nicholas Jackson's spot. And if Nicholas Jackson is good enough, he'll be able to keep his spot, I think. So that's pretty much as simple as that. And that's the 5 so far. I'm just going to give you quick shout outs. Quick shout out to Gallagher. I thought he did a good job in the midfield, in my opinion. He was alright. He was doing a good amount of interceptions, in my opinion. But I still would not like him in the pivot, in my opinion, personally. I know it's still spooky for me, because I feel like at times it was just attack, defense, not a lot of control going on in the midfield at all, in my opinion. So even though Gallagher was doing quite a few interceptions, but listen, man, Caicedo has to come in, bro. I can't be honest. I'll be honest, man. We need Caicedo to come in as soon as possible. Shout out to Enzo as well, had a really good game. You know, he looked a lot more back to his old stuff. Was really affecting play in the final third as well, which stuff we want to be seeing a lot more from him too. And I want to give another final shout out to Bursto, first goal for Chelsea, really good quality header. You know what I mean? He was doing something that Romelu Lukaku couldn't do in the Champions League final. So you know what I mean? Shouts out to him too. And that is the video, guys. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Get me to 370 subscribers. I'm only literally 4 away. 370, please. And that is the video, guys. And as always, stay blue.